Good evening, friends, and welcome to a very interesting session. In today's session, we'll be discussing the very funny thing of what happened to Alia Bhatt when she attended the Cannes Film Festival. And also, friends, Vijay's party, the TVK, is now stands exposed even further because one of his MLAs have supported the anti-Sanatan statement made by Stalin Jr. This and much, much more in today's session. So let us start with Alia Bhatt, and we will also show you the video in which it's very, very funny. So let's start with Alia Bhatt.
Okay. So the recent controversy around Alia Bhatt at the Cannes Film Festival mainly, came from two things. Now, the viral video suggests the international photographers and media ignored her on the red carpet. A clip where international photographers appear to be looking away or lowering their cameras as she posed. Now, as you know, Karan has been loudly supporting her from his own social media, calling her beautiful baby girl, which trolls are using to prove that she's still shielded even at the age of 33. Now, the friction between her carefully curated global image and the raw reception she is getting at Cannes is a gold mine of data. So, would you like to show the clip? Yes.
Yeah. So you see in this clip very clearly all the photographers in Cannes, they are looking elsewhere. They're pointing their cameras to a different direction, and she is standing in a different direction. And she is blowing kisses to I don't know whom, and she's
Must be
waving
her
to
mother.
whom? She's waving to some people in the air. So you can see that she's trying her best to catch the attention of all those paparazzi in Cannes
Yeah.
Film Festival. Yes.
So it's a fact that she has received massive backlash over comments she made about also male-centric films in Indian cinema, because after Durandar she has been getting it left and right. Now, as Jaidev showed, a few clips from Cannes went viral on social media where photographers appeared not to even recognize or call out her name during her appearance. This has triggered trolling online, with some users claiming she lacked global recognition at Cannes. The controversy escalated after people flooded on Instagram with comments mocking her presence at the festival. Alia later responded to one troll who wrote, "Nobody noticed you." So she got so upset and she said, "Why pity, love? You noticed me." So she must have got really gone bonkers. Now that response itself went viral, and many fans have now started praising her. So of course, these are PR for her handling the trolling calmly. Now the fact is that there was no Karan Johar there to promote her or to shout her name, so the international paps didn't even know who she was. So, they are also here. You also see that this incident is painting her as someone who can't handle the pressure of a global stage without a scripted environment. She's comfortable when everything is written for her, where everything is given to her, on a silver spoon. And it's also a fact that she's never even worked for one day or even had to struggle to earn her own bread. So when this sort of a person comes on stage and she thinks that even the paps in Cannes are going to eat out of her hand, she got a terrible shock. Now another controversy started after Alia spoke at Cannes about how Indian cinema is still heavily male-centric and how women don't get equally strong roles. Now critics accused her of hypocrisy because she had earlier praised Animal, a film many viewers criticized for its portrayal of masculinity and women. Some users are also questioned her why she had not spoken similarly about other projects in the industry, as in, for example, the latest Durandar. At the same time, many people defended her, saying discussions about gender rep in cinema are more nuanced than social media reactions suggest. Now, actors including Sonu Sood and Aisha Khan publicly criticize the online trolling. Now, whenever this happens to people like Alia, there comes the Big Brother, and this guy, Sonu Sood, to show, to flex his muscles. Now, the only thing he can flex is his muscles because he doesn't have any movie in hand. So this is the only thing that Big Brother can do to get into the good books of Mahesh Bhatt, who they think will give them movies. Now, so this is really, it's such a, it
See,
makes us laugh.
the funny thing is, in the last Film Festival, Alia Bhatt was again ignored, and she was wearing dark glasses. So she herself said that since I was wearing dark glasses, no one noticed me in Cannes Film Festival. But right now, she was not wearing any glasses, and she was wearing a pink outfit, and even then, no one gave her any sort of attention. And also, over the last few months, she was seen hosting, a film award event, and she, made a lot of awkward statements as a host. So it is quite clear that she is quite lost at the moment, because she's not got any film roles for a few years, and also the sponsor.
In fact, Jaidev,
Yeah,
there is a movie that's happening now. It was supposed to be released, her new movie, and what they've done is they've taken it back and they've started reworking on it. Because, see, movies like Durandar have made people so scared. So now this, with regards to this movie, now this woman is changing the lines and everything. Now she wants to appear just like, the Durandar actress, someone who's acting naturally. And that's something that Alia, even if you give her a billion, she cannot act, because she is just the daughter of Mahesh Bhatt, nothing more. She is just the
she is.
daughter of Mahesh Bhatt.
Yes, and because of that, she got the ambassador role of L'Oréal Paris, and because of L'Oréal Paris, she was invited at the Cannes Film Festival. She was
Yeah,
also associated with. She's also associated with Gucci. So
yeah.
all these two luxury brands, because of that, she got
No,
the.
also Jaydev,
Yes,
remember, see,
yes,
see, this is all linked. Okay, luxury brands like Dior or whatever. You take any luxury brand, they're all connected to Hollywood, and Hollywood has their own way of working. So if you pay money, it's all about money. The more money you pay, as you saw in the latest Met Gala, see, the more money you pay for a table there, you can wear any sort of weird costume. Look at what Karan Johar came in. He came in something like that looked like a carpet. Okay, and why does he have to insult one of the greatest artists that India has ever produced? We're talking about Raja Ravi Verma, whose paintings are there on all the beautiful palaces around India, and also in the houses of collectors. Now he wanted to, sort of steal his glory also by wearing it, but everybody laughed at him and said that he is wearing a carpet. So now let's take some comments coming from Guardian. Guardian says, it's very surprising to know how these actors and actresses got so much fame and recognition in India and abroad. Please understand this. They have not got recognition. They are all a part of a cloud, sort of a group.
club.
They work very closely together. And you see, if you ask how this lady got, why are the others, more promising actresses not getting as much importance as either Alia or Priyanka Chopra? Because they're all a part of a clout, and they're, only their voices are heard because of the money, power, and lots more. As Sanjay says, she's a nepo communalist cockroach, she says. So people are getting very annoyed with this woman because she can't do anything that is natural. So, and on top of that, you see this loveless relationship that she seems to have with, with this man. And you feel sad for her as well. Welcome, Leena. Always nice to see you, though you're a little late. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to you, Jen. Yeah.
So this is the costume which Karan Johar wore for Cannes Film
Yeah.
Festival,
Yeah.
and you can see Raja Ravi Verma's great paintings on this dress of his. So he is using the great Raja Ravi Verma for his own popularity, because no one is giving him importance apart from nepo kids,
But
right?
even here, Jaydev, the what they have put in the carpet or whatever they've woven in is not even a resemblance of the great paintings of Ravi Verma. The Ravi Verma's paintings are so beautiful. You cannot even replicate it in this manner. He's just a bloody clown. That's it. Yeah, back to you, Jay.
So now coming to the next piece of news, friends, and we're talking about Mr. Vijay. the CM. We have talked about how, Santiago Martin, the lottery king, they control all these parties through heavy funding. So now what is very interesting is that, according to certain reports, that his ex-wife is demanding an alimony of 250 crores, 250 crore alimony. And Sangeeta is demanding for, divorce from CM Vijay. So will he give this amount is the question. Now that he is the chief minister of Tamil Nadu, I seriously doubt whether this will be settled. So you can see that Vijay is each and every day something or the other comes out, and especially this is very very shocking indeed that one of the MLAs of the TVK party of his has supported the statement by Udayanidhi Stalin regarding the abolition of Sanatan Dharma. His name is VMS Mustafa, and he also said that he follows the ideals of Periyar and Ambedkar and had entered the struggle to abolish Sanatan Dharma. And so this is the kind of poison that these people spread. So now Anand Ranganathan has rightfully said, if Nupur Sharma, if the Supreme Court can pull Nupur Sharma over her controversial remarks regarding Islam, why is it that Supreme Court has not pulled this particular Stalin Jr. With regards to his statements against Sanatan Dharma? So it is double standards indeed with regards to the Supreme Court
Yeah.
when it
In
comes.
fact,
Yes.
yeah. In fact, now, Jaidev, see, Vijay is being, termed as the person who has taken 4 U-turns in just 5 days. Can you imagine? Being in power for 5 days, he has already made 4 U-turns. So how can you trust this guy? The first thing he did was he appointed his astrologer as OSD, then reversed the decision within 24 hours under opposition pressure. Then he stayed silent when Udayanidhi Stalin made controversial remarks on Sanatana Dharma, but now his own minister, Atharva Arjuna, says those comments were wrong. So here, as you said, as you mentioned, people from his party are supporting it. In which case, see, how can you talk about only one religion? Why are you not talking about Christianity and Islam as well? So this is something that the courts, the judges have to take give importance. Now, the third U-turn he has taken is his party claimed they would not take support from any NDA ally, but later took support from 25 AIADMK MLAs. That is the third U-turn he has done. Now, he has also promised, he had also promised before he came to power 2,500 for women, but now even the existing 1,000 scheme, rupees 1,000 scheme, is being restructured and delayed. So that's the fourth U-turn. Now, to top it all, is he also trying to make the producers of cotton bankrupt? Because now he is saying he wants to remove import on cotton. So perhaps cheap cotton, Chinese cotton, can floor India. And India is, as you know, Jaydev, India is one of the world's largest producers of cotton. What is this man talking? Okay, is he trying to make our farmers commit suicide just because they're having cotton fields? So what is this man trying to do? He's absolutely gone bonkers, isn't it?
Uh, yes, and it's all part of the Christian missionary agenda, and this TVK is another B party of DMK with their philosophy against Sanatan Dharma. So, but unfortunately, the Hindus of Tamil Nadu have voted him in majority, and now they will have to learn the hard way, like West Bengal, what is happening, what happened in West Bengal rather. But right now, very good news from West Bengal that Suvendu Adhikari has already started a lot of steps. Now he has, the West Bengal government has suspended 3 senior IPS officers over alleged lapses in the investigation of the 2024 RG Kar Medical College rape and murder case. And all these three IPS officers have been suspended. And so CM Suvendu announced this action, and the officers would face a departmental inquiry for alleged mishandling of the case during the initial stages of the probe. And according to officials, the allegations include procedural lapses, alleged attempts to influence the victim's family, and unauthorized communication with the media. The state government clarified that the criminal investigation itself remains under the supervision of the CBI and is currently being argued in court. And the Arjikar case, as you all know, um, it was a horrible case.
Yeah, in fact,
And
I would like to speak about that, Jaideep, when you have finished with this. Yes.
yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So now let us go on to this. Now, Ratna Devnath, who is the mother of the innocent doctor who was gang raped and killed. Now, she has become the member of Legislative Assembly on May 4, 2026, and she won the West Bengal Assembly election from Panihati constituency in North 24 Parganas. Now, she contested as a candidate for BJP. She defeated her opponent from All India Trinamool Congress by a significant margin of nearly 29,000 votes. Can you imagine? See, look at the people who were supporting her. Now, she is a very, very brave woman. You remember, don't forget the fact that in court, when the parents were offered 10 lakhs, by the court, they refused. Now, this very lady who seems like the Jhansi of, Jhansi Rani, Ratna Devnath has used her platform to advocate for systematic change in the state. Her primary actions include, during a campaign, she made a symbolic personal vow not to comb her hair until her daughter received justice, full justice, and a change in the state's leadership occurred. Her legislative agenda is centered on improving safety and security for women and medical professionals across West Bengal. She has stated that her entry into politics was a direct result of feeling let down by the existing investigative and administrative systems. She has been vocal about the alleged mishandling of her daughter's case by the previous administration and the Kolkata police, specifically citing dereliction of duty and attempts to suppress evidence. Now, very, very important is something that she has just come to. This is something you must listen to, friends. Her election is seen by political analysts as a major turning point in West Bengal's political landscape. Since her victory, there has been renewed pressure on the state's bureaucracy. Now, what we are going to reveal is that while the West Bengal government suspended 3 senior IPS officers for their alleged roles in mishandling the initial 2024 investigation, now the mother, Ratna Devnath, has indeed raised serious concerns regarding the speedy post-mortem of her daughter, citing it as a major red flag in the initial handling of the case. She has argued that the haste was not for the sake of efficiency, but rather an attempt to destroy evidence and rush the cremation. See what she is getting to. This is exactly what we have been exposing in the so many videos that we have come across, because there were her colleagues who had exposed this. Now, here are the specific points that she has highlighted regarding the post-mortem and the immediate aftermath. The first point is allegations of a rushed process. The post-mortem was conducted on the same evening. You remember, it reminds you of SSR. On the same evening, the body was found finishing after sunset. This was August 9, 2024. Devnath has questioned why there was such an urgent rush, same as in SSR, to complete it within hours, rather than waiting for more transparent, multi-expert review under daylight or with the family's full presence. You remember, even Sushant Singh's post-mortem was done at night, which is not allowed. It's a rule to do it during daylight. Now, this is something what the mother is also pointing. Now, she also spoke about lack of transparency. She claimed that as a mother, she was not allowed to see the full report or have the process explained to her before the hospital and the police moved to the final steps. Can you imagine not even consulting the mother or the father? Now, why was there pressure to cremate? She is asking. Now, Devnatha stated that the administration pressured the family to cremate the body almost immediately after the autopsy was done. She has gone on record saying they didn't even let us mourn. They were more interested in getting the body to the crematorium. So they, which means indirectly that they were trying to hide something big. Now, she also indicates alleged bribery. In several interviews, she alleged that the police officials offered the family money. Now, I told you about the court as well, while they were still at the hospital, which she interpreted as an attempt to hush up the case of her daughter, the matter, and ensure a quick cremation without further questions. Can you imagine what the mother must have undergone during all this period? Now, there were discrepancies in the report as well. Now, she has pointed out that while the postmortem was speedy, it still revealed a staggering number of injuries. Okay, initial reports noted 14, while later experts suggested even more. Can you imagine what the young girl would have undergone? They stated that it was a, her colleague stated it was a gang rape. The spectacles were broken into her eyes. Can you imagine this kind of cruel action? She has argued that the truly thorough forensic examination of such a brutal crime should have taken more time and involved a wider board of experts. And she also claims, talks about the 150 mg. She has frequently cited the findings of 150 mg of semen found during the autopsy, a detail that has sparked the gang rape theory. How can it come from only one person? Now, this is, what she has really brought out. The 150 mg of semen as proof that the crime was far more complex than the single perpetrator theory the police initially pushed. You remember, there were a lot of our colleagues who were saying that there were multiple people who had gang raped her and they had gone out of the country so that they would not get caught. And these were all influential people, maybe children of politicians. Now, the legal and political impact. These concerns about the post-mortem were a primary reason the Calcutta High Court and later the Supreme Court expressed deep dissatisfaction with the Kolkata police. The delay in filing the FIR, which happened hours after the post-mortem, was a key point of contention. Now, the mother's persistent highlighting of these procedural lapses became the backbone of her campaign for the Panihati seat, where she convinced voters that the system had intentionally moved fast to protect high-level officials. So, as of today, today is May 15th. These, very issues, the rushed autopsy and the delay in the FIR have led to the recent suspension of the senior police officers who were in charge at that time. Please remember, friends, that first she was given a warning. Her car was, damaged because she was going to expose all the ill doings at the hospital. And they had threatened her that this is what we're going to do to you. And after that, still she did not give in. She was a very strong, brave girl. That is when they decided that she has to be eliminated. Nothing of this sort has come out, and the mother is going to expose all this. And don't think the mother came as came because she was interested in politics and she wanted to push her career in politics. She and her husband did not accept money. She is going to be the Kali Devi of West Bengal, who is going to teach none other than the previous government under Mamata a lesson. So this is something I'm really looking forward to, because similar to what happened to Sushant Singh Rajput and the others, this is another case where the poor mother and the father have had to suffer so much. Back to you, Jay. Okay. Can we also take comments, Jay?
Yeah, we have taken all the comments. And so this is quite, we do hope that she gets justice, under the Suvendu Adhikari government, and I'm sure it will be delivered, and rightfully so. So now, friends, coming to the Gandhis, and what is quite interesting is that Kerala has CM by VD Satishan, who is picked by the the Muslim League Party of Kerala, and they warned the Gandhis that since you won in Wayanad, The people of Wayanad said that if the Gandhis don't pick the CM candidate as dictated by the Muslim League, then they won't vote for Rahul or Priyanka Gandhi in Wayanad. And because of that, the Congress decided on V.D. Satishan as the Kerala Chief Minister and not K.C. Venugopal. So now you can see that Congress is being controlled in Kerala by the IUML
Also,
League.
yeah.
Yeah, with
So I
only
would also
22
like to,
seats they won. Yeah.
yeah. So I'd also like to speak about this, JD. See, now, how did this VD Satishan get the job and what does it mean for the state? Now, when the Gandhi family looked like it was going to select K.C. Venugopal, the church's man in the Congress, as the new chief minister, posters appeared in Muslim strongholds warning Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra that they will never again be able to win from the state safe Wayanad Lok Sabha seat, which the Muslim League had vacated for the Gandhi Nepo kids. Now, the Gandhis, ever eager to please Muslims, quickly threw Venugopal under the bus and picked Satishan, who is the Muslim League's man in the Congress. Now, the unchanging reality of Kerala politics is that the Congress chief minister is either Muslim League backed or church backed. Now, the corruption, as you know, has skyrocketed during the previous Congress rule because portfolios were given to various factions based solely on approvals from the Muslim League and the Christian Church. Both the Muslim League and the Christian Church can veto a candidate they don't consider useful to their communities. So, this is how they work. Ministries therefore become fiefdoms that are close to outsiders. Now, you see how dangerous it's becoming. The education ministry, the most sought after portfolio in Kerala and the best funded, will now be handed over on a golden platter to the Muslim League. Meanwhile, the 54% Hindu voter is looking at the cabinet formation like a Begani Shadi Mein Abdullah Diwana. He can only window shop. Approvals from the Muslim League and the Christian Church is very, very crucial. Both the Muslim League and the Church can veto a candidate they don't consider useful to their communities. They are not looking at all the people. Ministries, therefore, have become very, very important and is being given very, very carefully to these people. Yeah.
Yeah. So my question is to the Christians and the Hindus of Kerala, who are so-called very secular and anti-BJP. My question to them is, are they happy with the fact that the IUML Muslim League is deciding on the CM candidate of Kerala? Are they happy with that? Right? And it's not the Congress high command, the so-called high command of Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi deciding who the candidate is, despite winning 63 seats in the election. The Muslim League only won 22 seats, and they are deciding who the CM candidate is. Yeah, so that speaks a lot about how the Kerala state is progressing. Yes.
Absolutely. So it's quite a sad state of affairs. They took 11 days to decide who the chief minister is because they were scared of repercussions from the IUML and nobody else. They were not scared of other people because the other people are not so aggressive. Now apparently there have been reports that now these people have started abusing Hindu people, Hindus who are opposition from the opposition party. And I've been hearing a lot of this on Twitter. So now, if Satishan doesn't take this into consideration, it's going to be a terrible, terrible rule.
Yeah, so friends, before we end, I would like to say that we have a new channel called Candid Meena Coffee. We'll be giving the link in the description below. Make sure to subscribe to that channel because in that particular channel, we'll be talking, a short version of various interesting political and Bollywood related news, which none of the mainstream media is reporting. Make sure to subscribe and we will see you tomorrow again. Yes.
Good night. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.